afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this meeting, which is, we are having it online. I just would like to update you with a couple of topics that, we have Ramadan boxes is coming on, inshallah, which is, we are working on it with Al-Usra, and we will be having 640 boxes will be distributed around Bahrain, inshallah, by next week. We have laptop distribution, which is the first patch already arrived to the orphans, which is, this is actually, it's a joint project, Salmaniya, Rotary Adliya, and Rotaracts. And of course, Amal Kohiji and Mazen Shahabi, they have a big hand in this. We have on 28th, on 31st of, until 31st of May is the district conference, and Amman, and still is on, but I don't think it will, but there is no news from their side yet. Rotary International Convention is already canceled. District Award, working on public image service projects and youth. Inshallah, Faisal will update us a little bit on that. We have a couple of birthdays. We have on 1st of April, Rotarian Hanadi Al-Ansari, Rotarian Janan Habib on 1st of April, 18th of April is past President Khalid Turk, and 19th of April is Secretary Faisal Jama. And 24th of April is Rotarian Ashraf Obaid, and 26th of April is Rotarian Ramzi Barakat. Anniversaries, PP Yusuf Fakhro, past President Yusuf Fakhro, and past President Sabahat. And I will transfer back to you, Faisal.
Okay, so
Faisal?
Yeah, can you hear? I think I'm online.
Okay.
Today's guest speaker is Fuge from, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Fuge?
Yeah, it's Fuge.
Fuge. I apologize. From Turkey. Sabahat introduced us to her last week. She attended our meeting last week. I'll just read her biography really quickly. She has a background in arts, from the Institute of Social Sciences, a lecturer in arts and medicine, MA. She's anyway. It's a very long bio.
Very long, yes.
I think in order for time constraints, I will leave the floor. Please, Fuge, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Hi, everybody. I would like to talk about creativity, art, and mindfulness today. And I promise you, I won't talk about anything about the virus. And now, the creativity, the definition of art is, one of the definitions of art is something created with imagination and skill, expressing your feelings and your ideas. And you can see here, I hope I can move this, just a second. Yes. Now, Ellen DeSanayake is an American author and scholar, and she's a socialist, a sociologist, and she says, making things special. Art is making things special. And we are trying making these things special. And of course, to make some certain events tentatively important for ourselves and to make them pleasurable and memorable, we use art. And mostly I would like to introduce you Rollo May, who is a philosopher. And if you can find the book, or maybe you have already read the book, Courage to Create, he is really talking about these times, the 21st century, when he wrote that book, 1975. And he says that creativity is basically the process of making and bringing into being. The idea you bring into being. And so every individual has the power and ability to create. And courage is the ability to progress despite despair. So we keep on continuing creating. And the third one is Vasily Kandinsky, who is, of course, you know, is a very famous Russian painter, but still he's a scholar. And he was teaching in Bauhaus school in Germany. And he has a book named Concerning the Spiritual in Art. And he believes about the symbols of the colors. And he says art brings light into darkened heights and it constructs the harmony of the whole. Now I would like to share two of the painters that I really admire and how they express their feelings and their experiences with you. And the first one is Vasily Kandinsky. He was in Paris mostly, and his friend, very close friend, was Stravinsky. Stravinsky is a conductor and composer, as you know, and his music pieces are very, very vital and alive. And Stravinsky invited Kandinsky to his concert, and Kandinsky was so inspired. He had created this piece. You can easily spot the piano, the black one, and the spectators. And mostly he used the colors yellow. Why? Because yellow symbolizes human energy and vitality and aliveness, according to Kandinsky. And the second famous painter is Picasso, who is a Catalan painter, as you know. And I'm sure you came across this wonderful piece of Picasso. It is in Reina de Sofia in Madrid, Guernica. And in 1937, when Nazis and Italians bombed Guernica, which is a northern, very small country town, Basque town in Spain, and it was the request of the Spanish nationalists for the bombing, you know, and it was a market day, and all civilians were in the market with all animals and children and mothers and sisters, you know, everybody, and all of a sudden this huge destruction happened. And Picasso was in Paris now that time, and all of a sudden he learned this, and in 2 months' time, he created this masterpiece. When I came across to this masterpiece in Madrid, I wasn't sure about feeling that much grief and suffering and destruction. But all of a sudden, whenever you come across, you hardly leave the masterpiece. And it's, you understand, you come to an understanding that the grief and suffering and pain is universal. And from here, of course, you can say that, you know, those are professionals. We are not professionals, so we create and it wouldn't, nothing would happen. But it's not so, because there are lots of researchers now. In University of London, Professor Semir Zeki has lots of researchers. He is a neuroscientist. And in Nuremberg Museum, Modern Art Museum, they had a research on participants. And in 3 months' time, if you continuously, just 45 minutes a week, once a week, 45 minutes, if you deal with arts, any discipline of art, it will heal. The healing comes naturally. Why? Because you come to yourself and here and now, to the present time. Now, how does it come? How does it affect our body and our emotions and mentally? And of course, whenever you use art to be at present time, so your blood pressure decreases and your lung and liver functions improves. And in the brain, the gray matter area expands. And of course, multiple areas work together, so it helps balancing and coordination and soothes the stress hormones. Emotionally, as you know, psychologists know a lot too about this, but mostly I would like to say that I had the opportunity to have the research and seen that it decreases depression and anxiety, which is very important for me. And of course, it increases sense of identity and self-competence, self-esteem, and of course, increase of joy and increase of communication skills. Now, the importance of now and here, which is present time, I would like to introduce you three of the theorists who are very important and contemporary now. One is Professor Csikszentmihalyi from University of Chicago, and he has a book named Flow. And his flow theory is whenever your challenge and your skill is in balance, then you are in a flow channel. In flow channel, you are highly focused and intensely concentrated, and you don't want to do anything else. I'm sure everybody has this experience. And I would like you to increase those experiences by art. And of course, the acceptance state occurs. That means that you are in a flow state. And also there is another theorist saying that acceptance state is very important, which is Herbert Benson. Professor Benson is a cardiologist from Harvard University, American, and he has an institute, Mind and Body Institute, in Massachusetts General Hospital. And he says the acceptance state is very, very important for our recovery acceleration. And for this to occur, you can only have 10 or 30 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes, let's say, meditation would be enough. And you can choose any mantra you like, from any religion you'll be. You just have the meditation, start with 10 minutes, and the recovery will come. And the third one is John Kabat-Zinn, the father of mindfulness, and he has a clinic too, stress reduction clinic in Massachusetts University of Medical School. And he says it is very important to be here and now at present time. We have to free ourselves from our past griefs and future anxieties, and we have to be here at the present time to have our natural healing. And of course, I'm an artist. That's why I would recommend you to use art for this. And you can use many different disciplines of art, not only drawing or sculpturing, but playing guitar is art, or listening music is art, or you can write a story, or let me show you, let's see this one. You, of course, fine arts, but literature. You can write a poem, for example. And it will help to bring you into present. What I did is, since 2014, I've been working at the hospitals as voluntarily, and my students, my sculpture students, were voluntarily in my team. And we worked with chronic neurological disordered patients, and cancer patients in chemotherapy sessions, and of course in senior houses. And I have tried my best to understand if art works for depression and anxiety. And lately, in 2017, we had the opportunity to study with doctors, and they got the results that their back depression test, it decreases, depression decreases, and SF36 test, which is joy of life, increases. And so you can find lots of researches done now, and it is for sure that art heals your body and you psychologically and mentally. But the most important thing is, lately I had an opportunity to have this workshop in a gallery, which was a mindful walking, as you see, in between the photographs. And then we had breathing exercise, and then we wrote poems. And the name of the exhibition was Eternal Movement. And the only eternal moment is now and here, this present time. So we have to value the eternal moment that we have. Thank you. I hope I haven't passed 10 minutes. Faisal, how am I? Shall I go back? I'll try. Yes. Do you hear me? This was a problem. Let's see. This is. Do you hear me? Okay. Is everybody hearing me?
Faisal, where are you?
Where is everybody?
Faisal, where are you?
Is Faisal gone now?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Where
okay.
are you?
Yeah, don't worry.
okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
We are back.
I just want to recommend one small thing if I have time.
Yes.
Do I have time, Faisal?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. I am sure you know breathing exercises, but this is the one that I have learned from my Vietnamese master. And you breathe from your nose and you count to 4 inside, and then you exhale from your mouth, you count to 8. And you do it for 3 times, okay? It makes you a little bit busy at the first time, but it is very helpful for the blood circulation, and oxygen goes to brain a little bit more because we keep on sitting and sitting more at the houses. If you want, we can try here. Would you like to try?
Sorry, say that again.
Sure.
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Well, sorry, I was busy dealing with the chat. I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't read the chat, of course. Now, let's try. We will inhale from our nose, okay? And we will count from inside till 4.
Okay.
Now, exhale from your mouth till 8. From your mouth, inhale again till 4. From your mouth, exhale till 8. Last time, from your nose, inhale. Exhale. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have unmuted everyone. So I have one last request before we end the meeting. Just if people can take a selfie of themselves attending the meeting and send it to me by WhatsApp. So I want to put it together in a video. Actually,
there any
you take the phone
questions?
like this, so the computer shows in the. واحد يبدأ already.
يوم هيك زمان عندي تحت اتش ار عملوا الاربع خمس ست ايام.
What I can do is I send a sample on the.
انا جددت كل شيء عندي اياه.
Is there a question?
Yeah, Shafkat, you want to say something? You're raising your hand.
Any question, she asks Faisal.
Is there any questions?
Shafkat, I can't hear you.
Faisal, unmute everybody again.
No, everybody's unmuted. Yeah.
Any question, let them raise the hand.
Faisal, but we can hear Ashraf Obaid.
Yeah, everybody's unmuted now. So if anyone wants to ask a question, let me know. And then I can, and then we can zero in on that person, because today it seems to be very crowded and. All right. No, it seems nobody has any questions. So in that case, shall we conclude the meeting then, Seema?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll mute everyone. Wait, I'll mute everyone and I'll let Seema speak. Wait, sorry. Okay, go ahead, Seema.
Thank you very much. Figo, no? Is it your name? Figo, right? I just would like to thank you very much for your interesting speech. Just to let you know, myself, I'm an artist and I deal with the colors a lot. And of course, it's the biggest meditation is it's art, to be honest. This is the way I see it. All I just want to say thank you very much. And I do deal a lot also with the Turkish artists. And lovely meeting you. And thank you. Faisal?
It seems Andrew, where's Andrew? I'm looking for Andrew. He said he wanted to say something. Wait. Andrew, before you're typing a lot, let me find you and try to unmute you here. I lost the... Where's Andrew? Andrew, you're online.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, please.
It wasn't directly related to our speaker, which was why I was hesitant. For the Ramadan boxes, can I suggest that we email all our members with our bank details so that direct donations can be made? Because normally we're keen to donate individually for the Ramadan boxes.
Sure,
Sorry, can you hear me?
Andrew?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I am in the process to do that actually, yes.
Yeah.
And sorry, Fuge, I jumped. I did not mean to. Thank you very much for it was very interesting, your presentation. And I do have a question, May. You had a positive upbeat in people who participated in the arts psychologically. Was this across all age groups, or was it particularly noticeable in one age group?
No, all age group.
All age groups, of course.
All age group, of course.
It was across the whole range.
Yes,
of course.
No, I just wondered, it might have been a particular study, that's why I asked the question.
Okay.
There are lots of studies on children too, of course. I really deal with geriatry parts and older people, and because everybody is dealing with children, and grown-ups are a little bit left over. So it is very valuable because lifespan is longer and longer, we have to find some different ways to keep our health. So this one of the way is art, of course. So if you play something, you experience it, you know, the ecstasy, the flow channel. Probably, I'm sure, if you deal with something that you really take the joy out of it.
It seems we have a question from one of our guests. Please, I unmuted you. Can you please tell us who we are and what's your question?
Hello, hi, this is Tanima with you. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to ask.
Oh, you've gone out. Wait, something went wrong. Can you say that again?
Is it fine now? Okay. Hello, everyone. Very lovely afternoon to all of you. This is Tanima with you.
Hello, Tanima.
Session. Hi. It was a lovely session. I just wanted to ask that when we say art mindfulness, when you said, I wanted to ask is if we are seeing.
Oops.
Kids and
can you say that again? You cut off.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that besides kids, for older people also, the people who are suffering from some disease or the other, so how can we channelize art mindfulness as a therapy, like a treatment in the treatment? Like if you can suggest.
Yes, you can follow arts and medicine, arts and healthcare, which is in University of Florida, which I attended and got the certificate. And they apply arts, all different kinds of arts, at the hospitals in United States. And in Columbia University Hospital, they are applying arts to children and grown-ups, everybody. And in Michigan University Hospital too, and Duke University Hospital too. I mean, you should check, and you can easily find that in every hospital they use arts, because they have the kind of system that can easily apply art in it.
That's helpful information. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tanima, right?
Yes.
Can you remind us who you are? Are you, do you come through one of the Rotary clubs or?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Tanima, you're a Rotaractor, right?
Yes, I'm a Rotaract, not a Rotary.
Ah, you're a Rotaractor. Okay. Oh, that's fine. We were just wondering. Okay. Sorry.
You know me.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, you look different on the computer screen.
Of course.
Okay. Now I remember. Yeah. Right.
And there was another person.
Was there another person who asked the question?
Another lady. Yes.
Oh, Mona. Yeah, sorry about that, Mona. We didn't see you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, please go ahead, ask your question.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm not asking a question, but I'm telling Fuge that you're very right. Art therapy has been in our system. I'm a psychiatrist, so we do. Yeah, so we do in the West. I mean, I worked in New Zealand and the UK. So for the last maybe 3 or 4 decades, we have art therapy for children and adults. However, I was pleasantly surprised to find here some psychologists doing art therapy that I refer to for children. I'm not sure about adults. I'll have to look more, but of course it's an amazing healer. Arts and music therapy, and has been there for ages. Yeah, just wanted to say that you know, like I didn't use it myself, but psychologists do.
Yes.
And we refer to them.
I add something?
Sure.
Mona, hi. Last week I have listened to you and I was in a meeting. Thank you very much for the very valuable information that you gave. As an artist, I am trying to find a new solution for new graduates of fine arts. And in the United States, they have a solution, and many fine arts graduates are working at the hospitals now, not as an art therapist, but for only healthcare. That means in psychology, they have before and after, and they have the tests of course. For an artist, the process is important. While we are inside art making, the process heals itself naturally. As it is not the artist's job to have the therapy, of course, because the therapy part is for psychologists.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Thank you. It was very interesting. Your talk is great. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
Oh,
No?
looks like, no?
No, okay.
I need to, is there room for a question?
Please, I think we can.
Okay, can the speaker hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank you for your wonderful presentation. But I need to ask something, you know, people who don't understand much about art, when they go to art exhibitions or go to anywhere, we need translators. If you want people to heal, they have to appreciate and enjoy and understand what's there hanging on the wall. If people don't understand or appreciate the arts or the drawings, how would they heal? Or am I wrong? That's my question to you. Thank you.
The healing comes more when you apply art by yourself. Of course, while you're visiting the exhibition, you may get a kind of healing, but the healing will not come at just once. You know, you have to experience it at least 3 months, every week, at least 45 minutes. It must be continuous, the creation process must be continuous. If you are dealing with art, it must be continuous that the healing will come. By visiting the exhibition, you may across something very real, a real art piece that can strike you and then causes change from your inside, you know. It may happen, but not mostly. Maybe in the museums, such as was in Picasso's example, for example. It was a really very striking moment for me.
And my question is, which I still don't understand, my dear, how do you really understand what you're looking at if there are no trainers or translators or people who can show you the way, tell you what is there on being hanging with pictures and everything?
Okay, we don't know any art. You mean we don't know anything about art?
Right, that's
and
right.
And how do we start?
Yes.
Okay.
How do we start?
Just take the pencil and we try to doodle. Just doodle. Doodle, 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 doodle. And then try to find a figure inside your doodle, for example. Would you find a figure inside your doodle? Maybe you can. And then this will be an art process. I will show you. Yesterday I did something. And this is my doodling yesterday. Everybody sees it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And this is my Pink Panther in quarantine days. You see?
Big nose. Yeah.
I was just doodling, and all of a sudden I saw Pink Panther inside my doodling. It's just my Pink Panther, of course. Maybe you won't see it. You will see something else. But this is an art piece, according to me. And the most important part is it brings me into present time. When I was dealing with this, I was having joy. You don't need to know artistic, values. You don't need anything. Just pen and.
Can I just say in this, Dr. Dhafar, when you
Yes.
go to an exhibition and you look at a painting, it has to attract you. You have to see it, it's nice. You know, most of the artists, which is, I'm not wrong, they cannot explain their arts. They do art, but they cannot explain it because it comes from within themselves, you know? So, you know, I mean, either you like it, you get attracted to it, or you don't. You
Yes,
know what I
got
mean?
it. I got it, Seema. I got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mostly you don't attract it, you know.
Definitely, yes.
And you just visit it in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or half an hour, you just leave the exhibition. But whenever you come across to a real masterpiece, then you cannot leave the masterpiece, leave the exhibition. You cannot just leave the one painting, you know, because it attracts you a lot. It is about heart, I mean, not understanding.
True.
With heart you understand or not by.
Okay, if there's no more questions, I think we can conclude the meeting.
I would like to just thank everyone and our valuable speaker. Thank you very much. And I would like to finish our today's meeting. And thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.